What go on, my people? Man like Mike back with another one, and today we are going to be discussing 5 fragrances lessons that I have learnt on my journey. Starting off with number one, do not blind buy fragrances. As you can see, we have two here. Now, at the time when I first got into fragrances, there was a fragrance influencer. I was like, yeah, Nautica Voyages, the bee's knees. Yeah, it smells like fresh water or cucumber. Da 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 da. And me, without even trying it, I thought, yeah, £20, you can't really go wrong, and I bought that. Same with Davidoff Cool Water. It's like, oh, Davidoff Cool Water, this is very good. Oh, smells amazing. Blah blah blah. I made £25 at the time. I just bought it. Yeah, so that would be my number one. Do not be blind buying fragrances. Number one. Number two, sample, sample, sample. As you can see, there's Parfums de Marly. Got a couple from Maison Crivelli. Got some from Louis Vuitton. One from Dior Sauvage, the Eau Forte. And a box from Xerjoff. So, starting with Parfums de Marly. Let me get it open. As you can see, it was a gift set that had 7 fragrances in. We had Hautane, we had Greenlee, we had Percival, we've had Layton, we had Carlisle, we've had Pegasus, we've had Herod. And this is where we're at. Now, with the Greenlee on the far left, I absolutely loved it. In the autumn, winter, loved it. Smelled great on my skin. Greenlee, pretty good. Good in the spring and the summer. Percival, people love this one, but for me, it didn't really agree with my skin. It was okay, but nothing that's gonna make me want to buy a full bottle. Next we had Layton. There's still some Layton in there, but I do already have a full bottle of Layton. But yeah, I love Layton. Layton's just amazing. I love it. Some people say it's basic and it's not one of the best of the brand, but I love it. We also had Carlisle. I did like that one as well, but I'm not in a rush to get Carlisle. If it does come up at a reasonable price, which Parfums de Marly can do at times, then yeah, I may consider it. Pegasus, I absolutely hated this one. I hated the way the almond and smell on my skin, as well as that metallic smell. But it did smell nice on my wife. Again, what works for me may not work for you, and what may work for you may not necessarily work for me. I hope that makes sense. And the last one, Herod, absolutely love Herod. An amazing smelling one. So yeah, sample, sample, sample. That would be point number two. While I've got you there, again, with the Louis Vuitton ones, when I bought Imagination, I was given some samples. Usually you get 2, but try go in the store. You may be able to get more than 2. So I was given Nouveau Monde, I was given L'Immensité, I was given Ombre Nomad, and I was given Pacific Chill. Now 3 of the 4 I really like. I really like Pacific Chill. I really like Ombre Nomad. I really like L'Immensité, but I didn't really like Nouveau Monde. So yeah, that's the importance of sampling, guys. With Dior Sauvage Eau Forte, I tried that. A difference in consistency in comparison to the normal Sauvages, because there's no alcohol in this one. And then with Xerjoff, when my wife bought Naxos for my birthday, I also got these samples. Again, the importance of sampling. So the 4 that I picked were Herba Pura, Torino 21, Renaissance, and Alexandra 3. So that will be point number 2. Sample, sample, sample. Point number 3, look for offers. Now I know there's certain brands, for example like Louis Vuitton, it's going to be extremely difficult, near impossible to find offers on it. But a lot of the other brands, for example, Parfums de Marly, you'll be able to look at certain retailers and you'll be able to find offers on them. So look out for offers. You can look on shops, you can look on the internet. Some fragrance influencers have codes, and there's other ways which I'll share in another video. Okay, another lesson I learned in regards to fragrances. Now, I tend to store my fragrances in a cool, dark place to preserve the longevity of it. I would not store them in bathrooms. I don't store them in the car. The only one I've kept in the car is Dior Sauvage EDP, but at the time I've had more than one, and this was an emergency fragrance in case I stepped out the house accidentally and there was nothing in it. I mean, not if there's nothing in it, and I had nothing, I wasn't wearing any fragrance, so yes, this is why it was in the car as an emergency. But if you leave it in the car and your car overheats, it comes out a bit funny, but at the moment it's okay. It's been out my car for a while. So that'll be number 4. And last but not least is bottle sizes. Now, most of my bottles in my collection are near enough 100 ml or more. 100 ml, 100 ml, 125 ml, 100 ml, and so on. You get the drift. However, if you got 50 ml bottle sizes, that's more than enough, guys. 50 ml is more than enough, especially if you start collecting dozens and dozens and dozens like I have. It gets a bit silly because it's hard to make dents in. They'll just sit there and gather dust. So yeah, that will be number 5. 50, I would recommend like 50 ml size after you've done all your sampling. So let's say you've tested, back to Parfums de Marly again, let's say you've tested Parfums de Marly and you thought, you know what, I like Layton. So then you've gone and then you've bought Layton. But what I should have done is maybe get a 75 ml bottle. But I'll explain why I got this bottle in another video. But yeah, once again, guys, stay fresh, stay blessed.